Hello and welcome to the Centre for Creative Health's In Conversation series. As part of the Hospital Research Foundation Group, CCH works to improve the quality and experience of healthcare through art, music and design across a number of South Australian hospitals. This series highlights members of the community who assist CCH in presenting our arts and health programs and allows us to focus on some of the amazing work these professionals do. My name is Fiona Borthwick and today we're speaking with Kaz Pedersen. Hi Kaz, welcome.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Fiona. Excellent to be here.
Great to have you. Kaz is a Centre for Creative Health Visual Arts Tutor, providing art programs for inpatient and outpatients at the Jamie Larcombe Centre through the road home. So Kaz, can you tell us a bit about your role and what it involves?
Absolutely. I'll tell you a little bit too, first of all, about the Jamie Larcombe Centre. It's the new Veterans Mental Health Precinct, and it provides mental health and post-traumatic stress recovery services in a clinical setting. And my role there is I have a deadly art trolley full of beautiful canvases, brushes, paints, printmaking, clay, lots of beautiful art materials. And I take that onto the ward every Thursday for a full day. And engage patients in art activity whilst they're on the ward. I have also been able to set up an inpatients, outpatients Monday afternoon art group, and that has proved very successful and very popular as well.
Oh, fantastic. It's a really big role that you cover. Well done.
Oh, I enjoy every moment.
Fantastic, fantastic. So you also have a visual arts background and are an artist yourself. But what led you to a role working with veterans and emergency service personnel?
Yes, absolutely. And my art practice is extremely broad. I'm a multimedia artist, and all the way through my career, I've been involved or facilitated community arts projects. So in a way, it was a natural lead that I was drawn to work with emergency service personnel and veterans, and to work with them to hear their stories and also to enable them to maybe engage in art practice, because I really believe, I'm passionate about the benefit of art practice for health.
Oh, absolutely. It reaches so many different areas of your life. It's a really worthwhile practice to have in your everyday life, even. Yeah, absolutely. Everyday life is very important.
Yep, I agree. Totally.
Definitely. So tell me, what's typically involved in an art session when you're working with one-on-one or in groups?
In general, I work with referred patients, so the nursing staff or their psychologists or their therapists may come to me and say, I believe that there's a patient here that would really benefit from working with you in their art practice. And so then I'll sit with them and I'll talk to them about what perhaps interests them particularly in art practice, what materials they would like to engage with, and then I set up a kit of materials and tools for them to work on the ward while they're patients. And very often, because of the generosity of the road home, they're able to take a small kit away with them in order to continue their art practice at home. We've also colonised a table in the ward, which we call the round table, with the blessing of the nursing staff, I may say. And that is marvellous, because not everybody wants to work with me one-on-one. They prefer being in a group setting. And I find that those that know me better introduce me to those that might be a bit shyer or beginners to art practice. And what's so fabulous about that is that by the end of the day, there's just so much laughter and sharing, and everyone's talking about art and, you know, the things they've learned. So yes, that's a typical day for me, is buzzing with veteran artists. Yes.
But that's fantastic to have the both sessions, the one-on-one and the group, because it is, the community is a great aspect of art and art programs such as this, to create that conversation and those connections and things like that. So that's wonderful.
Yes.
And it's really
Yes.
fantastic that you give them the tools to take away with them to work in their own time as well. Really important.
Yes. Yes, I think it continues the benefits then. And it also builds their confidence, because then they're not relying on me, and when I'm there on the ward, they're starting to rely on their own you know, inner strengths, and I really see that develop over time.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's fantastic. Wonderful. So you're also involved in expanding clients' art opportunities through a dedicated scholarship program with the Adelaide Central School of Art, funded by the Road Home. Can you let us know a bit more about this initiative?
Absolutely, yes. The Road Home has partnered with the Adelaide Central School of Art, which has been voted the best art school in Australia. So I think that you know, veterans and emergency service personnel are very, very lucky to have this open door to this wonderful school. You know, and the Road Home have provided these scholarships throughout 2019 and 2020. So far, 8 veterans have been enrolled into short courses with the materials for those courses provided to them via the partnership. And this has actually led to one veteran recently enrolling in his Bachelor of Visual Arts there at the school. And I mean, he started with me at the round table, you know, with a few pencils, you know, an eraser and a sharpener. And so it just goes that from, you know, small things, you know, big things grow.
Can change lives, which is wonderful. Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree, and congratulations to the Road Home for you know, believing and supporting, you know, this program. Absolutely,
it's a wonderful program, really, really worthwhile.
Yes.
I think a lot of people will get a lot out of it, which is fantastic.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. You've recently also created a video with some very helpful and practical tips for anyone, interested in submitting work for the Napier Waller Art Prize earlier this year. Can you tell us a bit about this art prize?
Absolutely, it's now in its 3rd year, the Napier Waller Art Prize, and it aims to promote the talent of service personnel, the healing potential of art, and raise a broader awareness of the military experience and the impact of service, you know, on the individual. It's open annually to all current and former Australian Defence Force personnel. So, as well as receiving a $10,000 cash prize, the artwork selected by a panel of judges will be displayed at the Australian War Memorial before being added to the national collection. So, what a prestigious prize, you know.
Huge, it's a massive prize.
It's massive. And the artist will also receive a 2-week, all expenses paid residency in the art station at the memorial, with a mentoring day with a leading Australian artist. So watch out, the winning entry for 2020 and People's Choice Award will be announced at the Australian War Memorial on the 24th of September. So I'm really looking forward to
definitely looking out for that.
Yes,
one. Yes.
seeing, you know, who is the winner this year.
Very exciting. It's an incredible prize. Very, very so many wonderful aspects for the recipients, but even the participants. I can imagine there's lots and lots of benefits to people participating in prizes such as this.
Yes.
Yeah. So what do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, in my excitement to say that we have 2 veterans that have come through their recovery through Jamie Larcombe have actually entered the Napier Waller Art Prize. So I must be honest, I'm watching with bated breath to see, yes, if they, you know, at least get into the highly commended, the finalist, and for us to have a winner would just be amazing for the program. I'll be honest.
That would
Yes.
be fantastic. Fingers crossed. Well done them for putting submission.
I agree.
It's no small
Yes,
feat to do that for anything, but well done them. Yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
So can you tell me how might participating in exhibitions and art prizes such as this benefit those you work with in your art sessions? Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I think that I believe that the exhibitions and competitions not only provide, a focus and in some ways a timeline as well, and the need to finish the artwork, push through the problems with the artwork, learn the new skills and techniques to get to the point where the artist wants to get to. So I really think that that's very important, as well as the opportunity to sell the artwork or to get a prize in a competition or something like that. So I believe for these individuals particularly, it nourishes self-esteem and in many creates like a new purpose. Like I noticed that in their art practice, I get to see such an advancement, and that they stay with their art practice for year after year, so it really has become a new hobby. In fact, another Road Home Scholarship recipient is just about to have her first solo painting exhibition for Sala at the Bearded Dragon Gallery.
Yes. Tell us about that exhibition.
Yes, that's Maxine Schofield, and her work is dynamic and bright and beautiful and joyful, and I've been helping her because of course this is her first kind of emergence into a solo exhibition. So we've been, looking and choosing her artwork, starting to put some titles on there and prices. She's just so excited. So yes, I'm a believer too that once you have the groundwork, you need to have somewhere to show your art. I think that's important, not to hide it in the cupboard or under the bed, but to bring it out there so that we can all enjoy it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a big thing to share your artwork because it can be quite personal, but it's really, really lovely when it happens, and I think it really is beneficial to everyone when they're able to do that. And just congratulations, Maxine. I remember some of your artwork in the exhibition that we had at the RA last year, and it was wonderful.
Right.
So yes, that's going to be an excellent exhibition. So I'm looking out for that one too.
Great, good. Yes.
Excellent. Now, moving on a little bit, the first half of 2020 has been a bit unsettling and quite intense with the bushfires and COVID-19. Do you think the role of artists and arts and health has changed in light of these events?
Oh, absolutely. Like people are dying, critical resources are absolutely stretched. Us as humans, our freedom, has been so restricted. But the wonderful thing about art practice is that it moves us inward, to the vast inner space of our thoughts and our imagination, and a place perhaps we don't have time always to tap into, with our busy lives. So I think that through art, we can find solace and a kind of a new understanding about ourselves, the world, and we can make comment about that, and that gives us power at a time where maybe some of us feel are most powerless.
Absolutely.
So yes, I think that we'll see art coming from this time that reflects it, and I believe leads us out of it too. Because I've noticed that a lot of exhibitions that have gone virtual, have very, very positive titles, like silver linings, and so it allows us to see the beauty that is in our world at all times, even during these troubled times. Yes.
Absolutely, well put, well done. It is very important, you're right, and yeah, there's so many different reasons why, but yeah, no, very, very good answer there, thank you.
Thank you.
Now, were you affected by the restrictions around COVID-19 and all, and now that they're starting to ease, how are you moving forward?
Well, yes, absolutely. I was removed from the ward quite early on, to be quite honest. However, we did set up a delivery of art packs, beautiful art packs actually. You know, we had sketching packs and watercolor packs and oil pastels and watercolor pencil packs, and I popped in instruction sheets, so there was step-by-step, you know, projects to get people going with those, you know, those new products. And also people were able to contact me on Zoom if they wanted to show me their artwork, or they, you know, they wanted to converse with me. And I also used email as well, and the telephone. So yes, I was able to keep in contact actually with a lot of veterans during that time, which was really fantastic. But I'll be honest, it is really great to be back on the ward. I've been back on the ward now for 2 weeks, and I just think that, you know, that round table and that deadly trolley, you know, really brings people out and working on their art. Although we got a lot of feedback forms from those art packs, and you know, veterans were very appreciative during that time.
I can imagine just having something to work on. But and it's nice to be able to connect by those technologies like Zoom and things like that. But it doesn't. It's good to incorporate that into the program now that you're able to do one-on-one as well, to be a bit.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree totally. Yeah.
That connection is very important.
Yes.
Now, just to finish up on, what is it that you love about your role? What gets you up in the morning and gets you to work?
Yes. As I was growing up, I always thought sort of art was, if I may say, badly taught, in the way that teachers focused on realism and only those students that they deemed had talent. And I hear that all the time when I'm working on the ward as well. So what I really love about my role is when someone humbly tells me that they can't even draw a stick figure. I adore that, because I know that I can help them go way above and beyond that. And way above that thought of themselves too. We can leave that in the past, and I know that there's something on that trolley, and there's some idea or some story that they want to tell, and that I can be able to help them with that and enjoy being creative, you know. So and I love working for the Road Home. You know, it's such a, you know, it's such a dynamic company with a vision, you know, that supports that art really can be a vital pathway to healing, you know. So I feel very proud to be a part of the Road Home. Yeah.
Well, I think you are well deserved in all your accolades and everything else. You do a wonderful job, so you should be proud.
Thank you so much. And can I do a little plug for our exhibition coming up in October as well? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
We've got a wonderful exhibition coming up called, that has been named by the veterans themselves, I may add, called New Beginnings, Veterans, Art After War.
Wonderful.
And it opens on the 14th of October, runs over Remembrance Day until the 27th of November, and all artworks will have been created by the patients of the Jamie Larcombe Centre, most with art materials supplied by the Road Home Art Trolley. And if artists would like to get involved, please contact me on kpedersen@theroadhome.com.au.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
A wonderful
Fiona.
to get involved in. Well done.
Thanks. Thank you for letting me give that little plug.
Oh, you're welcome anytime. It's I would love to see that exhibition as well. So thank you for giving the plug.
Great. No, that's good.
No. Well, that brings us to the end today. So thank you, Kaz, and everyone else for joining us today. If you have any questions or if you're looking for further information about the Centre for Creative Health programs or our In Conversation series, check out our website and social media platforms. But for now, thank you very much. Very happy you were able to join us today, and we'll see you later.
Yes, bye Fiona. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.